Hey there, all you cats and kittens. I'm Coach Gabe here from Money Club, and we've been getting a lot of requests to talk about how people can save money during this crazy lockdown right now. So I want to spend the next few minutes talking about how we can buy bulk ingredients and cook bulk meals and then make that last throughout the week. It's a great way to eat healthy, save money, and pick up a new hobby. So stick with me.
If you need me, I'm Money Club. Help with your money.
So a big part of saving money right now is figuring out what's essential and what's not. Food is obviously essential, but within food, there's a wide range of how much money we can spend based on our eating habits. So I say in a lot of videos that I've never really been particularly good at earning a lot of money, but I am really good at making the money that I do earn go a long way for me. A big part of that has to do with my love of cooking and how I buy and cook bulk meals and make them stretch throughout the week. So let's break it down. First off, when you go to the supermarket, I can't emphasize enough, buy bulk ingredients, especially ones that are whole ingredients and don't have a bunch of garbage on the ingredient list on the back. Things that will keep well are like beans, grains, produce, any sort of frozen or canned goods, anything like that that keeps for a while and allows you a lot of versatility in how you cook is great. Also, I think it's really important to buy quality ingredients if you can. I understand some people can't, but it's better for your health, better for the environment, and the mass food industry is all kinds of twisted, so really good to buy whole, fresh ingredients. All right, so next, bulk cooking. I've been doing this for about 10 years now, where every weekend on Sunday, I'll spend about 3 or 4 hours and make a bunch of food to last me throughout the week. So it kind of takes a while on Sunday, but then throughout the week, for breakfast, lunch, dinner, I can just heat things up really quickly, and I'm eating healthy food that's not expensive, and I don't have to spend a ton of money on going out or ordering carry out. What kinds of things keep well? Well, casseroles, stews, soups, stir fries, quiches. There's all kinds of things, pizzas that you can make that will keep well or freeze well. And a really key part of this is a lot of people say, and I experience this too, that you eat the same thing all week, which gets kind of boring. So some great ways to spice up your leftovers are fried eggs. I put a fried egg on virtually any kind of leftover all the time. Melted cheese, garnishes are huge. So if you buy some fresh herbs, just chop up some fresh herbs and put it in after you reheat something. That's great. Hot sauces are great. And a pro tip that I learned from one of my great friends is that reheating things on the stove or in a pot or in the oven or a toaster oven tastes way better than reheating them in the microwave. So pro tip there. Lastly, can't emphasize enough how important it is to have fun when you're cooking. A lot of people think that cooking is scary or you have to follow the recipes to a T, but that's really not the case. What I normally do is I get an idea from a recipe and then I'll start to improvise. I learned this from my mom. She is a wizard. She never makes the same thing twice. And along the way, not only do you learn how to make cool new meals, but you learn the craft of cooking and you really get to exercise your creativity, all right? So pro tip here, keep things simple. I used to put a lot of ingredients in all my foods, a lot of spices, and it made everything just kind of taste the same. Now, I only try to use 3 ingredients to make a flavor profile, and it saves money from having to buy a ton of spices, and it makes it so you can learn how to cook cool things in a creative and simple way. Lastly, and this is the most important point of all, we talk about how spending is related to a lot of psychological needs. So a lot of people spend out of boredom. A lot of people spend because they don't feel like they're being useful or because they're not being creative. And cooking, aside from saving money on the actual food, is a great way to build that creative muscle and to build a hobby so that you don't have to rely on filling those deeper needs from buying things. Lastly, the absolute best part of cooking is cooking for other people. I promise you, it's the best feeling in the world to have friends or family over, whip up a meal that you made from scratch, and get to share that with your people. So, we've talked about buying bulk ingredients, cooking bulk meals, making them last, finding good ways to spice them up with reheating. And we've talked about how it's important to have fun with this by getting creative and cooking for other people. Stay tuned. We'll talk more about spending and essentialism next week. Until then, stay safe out there.
If you need me, I'm Money Club. Help with your